If you're wondering what happened in September Mississauga real estate, then you found the right video. So let's go ahead, dive right into the numbers. And you can find this chart on the Peterson team website. I'm going to leave a link in the description below. So like I said, let's go ahead and get started by looking at all home types. And you'll see in September a big drop in the average price. And if you've watched my other videos, you know I don't put too much weight on average prices because it really doesn't tell the entire story. Obviously, there's going to be different pockets of Mississauga, different price points, property types, of course, that are all included in here, but will have their own little separate pocket, so to speak, when it actually comes down to if you're planning on buying and selling, to look into those. Anyways, let's go ahead and get started by the condo apartments. You can see a big uptick in the average price. Maybe there was a few high-end luxury condos that sold, or the demand is now back for condos in September, knowing that they still remain the lowest price point and people just want to get in the market still, while prices obviously have come down the last few months. Condo townhomes saw a bit of a slowdown here in prices. Semis actually started to creep up a little bit. They rose so much that obviously what's going to happen when things rise, they're going to fall. So they've come right back down, and now there's some really good deals out there that buyers are taking advantage of. Detached homes, we saw a continuous decrease in the average price, and you can see we're pretty much right in between December 2020 and January 2021. So that's for Mississauga. Now, when we're talking about the GTA as a whole, so this is the entire Toronto Real Estate Board, you can see the total transactions, the amount of sales, are down 44.1%, and they've adjusted compared to the previous month. Average selling price down 4.3% and down 2.7% from the previous month. New listings are down as well. Property days on market increasing quite a bit. So for the buyers out there, great opportunity right now to negotiate. You can get your closing dates, conditions, your financing, inspection. You can take your time. On the flip side, don't take too much time, because people will catch on and there will be more buyers entering the marketplace, I feel, especially in the new year. If not, we actually may see an uptick in activity during the winter, which we saw the last couple of years. The tables have kind of turned on the traditional flow of the real estate market. So there's really no way to time the market. Interest rates will be increasing end of October. There's talk they'll be up again in December. We have no idea what that interest rate increase will be until the day it happens. There's a lot of speculation. Some people are saying a quarter, a half. Some people are saying another full percent. And we don't even know what it's going to do either to home prices. People still, at the end of the day, are going to move regardless of the market. They've got life circumstances, whether personally, with work. I mean, there's a million different reasons why someone would want to buy or sell. And if you truly are looking for a home, then the question is, what does it matter what the market is doing? Yes, obviously we need to have that discussion and make a strategy that's best for you. At the end of the day, if you try and time the market's continuing with or without you. A few things I want you to consider if you're thinking about buying is, number one, well, what if I buy now and the rates go up? Great, you're now locked in at that lower rate. And chances are you're going to be in that home for 5, 10, 15, 20 years anyways. If you're planning on flipping a property, that's risky no matter the market. And I certainly would not suggest doing that in today's market. Chances are, like the majority of people, you just want a roof over your head and you want to stop paying your landlord 100% interest. You want to talk about high interest rates? Let's talk about rent being 100% interest. You're building no equity. Number two, what if you buy now and prices go up? Great. Well, you own a home and now you're going to start building that equity that I just mentioned. So what if you buy a property now and prices go down? Great. Like I mentioned, you bought the property to live in. Chances are you're going to be there for 5, 10, 15 years. So it really doesn't matter because you have a home. You're paying that off. You're still building that equity. And if prices do continue to go down, maybe in the future you can invest in another property at a much lower price. How awesome would that be? Like I mentioned, trying to time the market, it never works out. There's maybe a select few who got extremely lucky. And I have talked to some people who you could say have, beat the market, but it wasn't a strategy. They didn't time it. It was literally just luck based on their personal circumstances at the time. Right now, what we know, market has obviously slowed down. Sellers are much more open to negotiating than they were last year or last couple of years, that's for sure. If they don't want to, well, you've got plenty of other homes to choose from. Yes, we saw the stats, inventory is low, but there's still plenty of opportunities out there for the serious buyers. There you have it. Any questions, leave a comment below. Like I mentioned, I'll leave the link to the Peterson team MLS stats so you can have a look at the Mississauga numbers on there for yourself and play around with the chart. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.